This is our room, and Jalen's where he plays. Before I found Mary's Shelter, I was living in Delaware, and I became homeless due to being out of work due to complications from having Jalen. I was supposed to be staying with a friend, but like when I got there, it was like no water or anything. And I knew I couldn't have myself there or my son due to like health reasons and everything. So then I found Mary's Shelter, thank God, through Google search.
There are more than 450 maternity homes like Mary's Shelter in the U.S., many of them faith-based. And as abortion restrictions are enacted across the country, anti-abortion activists say there's an increased need for even more maternity homes, which often have long wait lists.
I started Mary's Shelter about 18 years ago, and we've grown into just a big, beautiful ministry with lots of help. Good job. I think that homes like Mary's Shelter and all the maternity homes that we work with and the pregnancy crisis centers that we work with, I think they defy that lie that we only care about the baby in the womb and not the mom. Of course we love that baby in the womb and we love that mom, and that's why organizations like ours and ministries like ours give 3 years for women to make changes in their life.
Today, many women in these homes decide to keep their children, and the maternity homes provide them transitional housing both before and after their pregnancies.
We don't set any time limits. We just, as long as they're productive and definitely going to school, they can stay. And after a while, we'll start to talk about, well, saving money and moving out. But if they're showing progress in the work that they're doing, you know, and they're moving up the ladder, they might stay 3 years. We don't want to put a time limit on it if we're helping them. It's taking on a little bit too much responsibility here.
The day I found out I was pregnant, my mom told me that I needed to find somewhere else to live. So she found the Paul Steffen Foundation. It was really lonely, and I cried a whole lot. But every day I got to see Evie's face, because she came to work every single day, and she helped me get through all of those feelings of loneliness and abandonment and hopelessness. And there wasn't a home full of staff that were mean and saw me as a number and just another person. I got to wake up to or greet the most loving people who opened a home because of their love for others and babies and lives, and they showed me that everything would be okay.
But the boom of American maternity homes actually came 3 decades before Roe v. Wade. In what became known as the baby scoop era, more than 1.5 million infants were surrendered for adoption. Many unwed pregnant women and girls were sent to live in maternity homes, where they were often coerced to relinquish their babies.
Generally, the situation would be that parents would drop a girl off and they were asked to take a different first name while they were in the home. They discouraged women from forming relationships because the idea was they were there for one thing, that was to live through their pregnancy and surrender their child. Very, very, very few women left the home, no matter what their age was, and kept their child.
But the number of domestic infant adoptions has fallen sharply since the 1970s. And as the stigma of single parenthood has waned, most residents in modern maternity homes like Mary's Shelter choose to keep their children.
So this is my room. And this is the bed for my baby. The first time, like when I find myself pregnant, I didn't accept it. Yeah, because it just, I was scared with my family and like where I can live with this baby, what I can give him. Like I don't have nothing.
Where maternity home residents once were largely middle class, now poverty is a driving factor. Some maternity homes today even specialize in keeping children out of foster care, and others have honed their expertise in addiction recovery.
I'm Muslim and we don't do abortion, but like I was 18 when I found myself pregnant, and I didn't know how to think actually. They save life here. They're not like helping the pregnant woman, they help the baby too.